Yo, what is good? My anniversary. What is good, yo? It's your wholesome Karama in the ring, and I'm going to talk about this beautiful, beautiful show. But I honestly actually want to talk about something that grabbed my attention more or less when I was just about to actually start the video. And the thing is, the direction of where the fighting is going. It seems like it can become second nature. Like it could be something of a background mechanic. And I know people kind of hate that, but from the people I'm talking to, the fighting is just bonus at this point, right? Like us seeing the fighting and how strong this Barry girl is doesn't really, get too much better after what we've already seen, right? Like, we don't need to have them specify how much stronger she gets every single time she fights because the show isn't based on that. It's not the premise of what we're getting. The whole premise is more or less her being reincarnated in a world that feels like a video game that she already was playing. Now she's just actually in it. Now she's actually living it. And now that she's doing this, she's even putting more effort into the people that she truly cares about to make sure they're okay and make sure they're safe and sound. And that's the only reason why she supposedly fights, right? Like, knowing that Cliff or anybody who is traveling into this area is going to have to run into those monsters. And clearly, even the king did not think he was going to be able to handle this threat without losing quite a bit of people, probably even some of the normal citizens, seeing how they had wyverns that could just fly on in. That all being said, the fight was completely almost off screen. The guy who she fought was like sick and dying, so not only did he not put up like a ridiculous fight, the man already used a spell that would sacrifice his own life uh, to pretty much get where to where he was, and she comes here and snuffs all of them. She literally just bops every single monster thrown at her. So it's these types of things that really tell you a lot about how long fights are going to last or how many fights might show up and still be kind of undermined because of just how much they put into telling us how strong she is, and we don't really need to question it. She's beaten things that most adventurers would just run away from and call giant capitals to help with. Oh, I can't break this. I don't know what I'm doing. And yet here she is, bruh, King, chill. She's over here doing stuff that every adventurer would need a raid group with. Beating the Goblin King, beating beating the Black Serpent, and now beating wyverns, orcs, a whole entire horde of monsters within little to no time. Actually, she didn't really beat them all. Let's be real. She did not destroy every single monster. She actually wound up uh, pretty much finding the ringleader, beating him, and I think most of them just dipped. They're just like, oh well, I don't want to attack no capital, man. Like, I just want to eat some worms. Oh yeah, speaking of worms, she destroyed a giant worm. Like it all happened like that. But when you go back to the capital, when she's making pizza, there's more details being talked about the food that they're actually eating compared to how much detail was actually explained in this fight. So that's the type of stuff that you really start to see when the show has gotten to its own groove. Like it's done the things that it needed to do to grab a broader audience of people that want to see ridiculously overpowered stuff, and then an audience that wanted to see a person reincarnated, sorry, reincarnated in another world, and then you have the cool part where she's just this wholesome character that can never want the worst from people, and she's going to help regardless of not wanting to stand out. I mean, she's wearing a bear suit, so I don't know how much more she can not stand out, but hey, let her think what she can because she honestly thinks the the notoriety of saving the castle is standing out more than what she just wears normally, seeing how everywhere she goes people notice she's a bear, but that's not her business. But overall, like I'm saying, guys, this show has, from start to finish so far, been a treat, and I'm probably gonna lose because I hate Lucky Chloe. Oh, my speed's up. Yes, yes, I shall win, Lucky Chloe. But I do feel like this show is not for everybody, especially if you don't like these slow, kind of slice of life episodes. But the reason why I was saying all that is because it feels the same as by the graces of God, or by the yeah, by the grace or the bless of God. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank. But that same show has this same mentality of this divert your attention from the fighting aspects. It's there, there's fighting, but it's more of a slice of life at this point. So we'll see how people are feeling about it. I hope you have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be when you're watching this. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I will definitely talk to you sooner than later. Thanks for the likes, thanks for the support, and I'll see you in the next one.